Hi guys, in today's video I'm going to share with you a really low competition niche. And I think it's a niche that, going by the statistics, should be quite easy to break into. I say it's low competition, and when I show you the stats from the front, you'll see what Now if you're interested in videos like this, consider subscribing to the channel. As I'm recording this, it's the 25th of February. This is going to go out tomorrow on the 26th. I've released a new video every day this year. So I've released 57 videos this year, or I will do by tomorrow when this one comes out. So there's loads of information on the channel. I do tutorials, I do niche research like this, and I do me giveaways where I give away interiors for books. So if you're interested in anything like that, please do consider liking, commenting and subscribing to the channel. Now let's get on with showing you this excellent niche. And this is the niche. It's a PAT Testing Logbook. Now you might not know what PAT Testing is, and to be honest the testing bit is a bit of a tautology. It stands for Portable Appliance Test. Anything that plugs into the mains needs PAT testing in a business environment. Like I used to run a few bars and everything in there had to be PAT tested. Everything that was plugged in had to be PAT tested regularly. And this is a book that logs the PAT testing. Now it could come in handy for a business to have a record of the PAT testing on hand so they don't have to look at all the plugs and see when it was last done. But it's also good for electricians who can just take it and then they can see when the last PAT tests were carried out, so they'll know when to ring up and book another visit. And it's a simple logbook. I love logbooks. Really easy to make. You need no design skills at all. It is just simply making a table and putting a few headers in and the cell. So we'll go through the information from the Titans Quick View. Now this is a free KDP research tool. Google it and you'll find it. It's a free extension, runs on Chrome and your other, I'm running Edge, but it runs on any of your browsers. There's a paid version and a free version. You get this for free, so it's worth a look. The niche score is 82. They say anything above 60 is good, but to be honest, I don't really pay massive attention to this. I much prefer to go from the information here. So you can see there are 839 results, just 839 people to compete with. There's only 16 products on the first page, and 13 of those have this exact keyword phrase in the title. So it's something that people are using in the titles. It's something that people are searching for, because you wouldn't put it in your title if people weren't searching for it. So it's a good keyword to use. There are 13 independently published, which is again good news. It means independent publishers are also coming on to the front page. Not all KDP, but a lot of them will be. The BSR is also looking very healthy. A low of 2,400, average of 172,000, and the high has only got 500,000 BSR. So that's a brilliant range to try and get into. And the reviews are good. The average reviews are 32. Books are ranking on the first page with 0 reviews, and the highest has only got 139 reviews. That shows that there's not just one book that's hoovering up all the sales and all the reviews and inflating this figure here. There's a lot of books getting a small amount of reviews, and that's something that you can attack. And the price, and average price, $7.42. You can do money with that. I'm on Amazon.co.uk at the minute. You can look on Amazon.com. The niche score is slightly different, but the results in the books are still the same. So when it comes to pricing, if you price your book 120 pages at, say, 6x9 or 8.5 by 11, you're going to make £2 per book, and £2 is probably $50. It's not the dollar's not that bad. Probably $2.30 maybe. You're making $2.30 per book, which isn't to be sniffed at. And when we look through, we'll ignore the sponsored one because these have got nothing to do with the book, although these are the sort of stickers that you get stuck on your plugs when you've passed your PAT test. These are the logbooks straight away. Really simple. I've showed you how to make logbooks before. I'll link to the videos in the description, or just look through the back catalogue. There's loads of information there. we'll click on this one. It's got a BSR of 6,678, which is really low. And if we look here, it's selling 120 books a month. And if you're making £2 a month, that's 240 quid extra. And we can read a sample, but I can tell you now, there might be a couple of pages at the beginning where it's going to be this book belongs to the equivalent, like it'll be information about the electrician or the business. Then the rest of it is going to be 1 or 2 pages repeating. So there's the title. It's got everything you need on the title. Look at the interior, and these, if you know the business of PAT testing, you'll know what these stickers mean. So instantly it strikes recognition with the purchaser. So there's the title page. Good information here. The log number and start and end dates for the logbook, so you can run them sequentially. A blank page for a laugh, I don't know, but they've got, so this one's got 100 pages and it's 8.5 by 11. There's a special request asking for a review, which, you know, I don't know if that's allowed, but it's a good little thing to have. What I would have also in this book is a QR code pointing back to your author page. If you've got a pen name where you're creating logbooks, which I'm in the middle of starting to do, stick a QR code in there. Probably 4 pages from the end, or maybe at the beginning, but I'll go near the end, so that way the customer gets to that page and they say, right, I need a new book, I better order it now, and then I'll be ready for when they need it. Little hint there. And this is the book. So they'll all be standard as well. When I show you some of the books, they'll all be fairly standard. So the test equipment used, the test date, reset date, class, tested by. Now, I don't know what many of these things mean, but it doesn't matter. I don't have to know. I've just got to be able to read these things and copy them. And it's not copying from one book, because all these books are pretty standardized. And then there's company name and address, a notes section, which is quite small, and a little key for pass, fail, or skip. And here we have the information on the test proper. So the serial number of the device, make and model, the appliance location, visual, I don't know what that means, voltage, rating, fuse rating, insulation resistance, earth continuity, and overall status, or status as we see over here. And that's it, just repeats. Just repeats. That one page repeats, and it's making 120 sales per month. And I can make this book, I kid you not, in less than 5 minutes. Easy peasy. In fact, I might do a video later on where I'm making a similar book in under 5 minutes. It's really, really easy. And obviously, the less time it takes you to make the book, the more you can put into the cover, keywords, and your description, your SEO, and things like that. So we'll scroll through and we'll look at a few different BSRs as an indicator of the sales that are being made. This one here looks not to be independently published. It looks a more professional book, and it's costing £17. And this is what it looks like in the inside of the book. Again, it's all standard. It's just one page that they'll repeat over and over and over again. Now, there's no information about sales or anything here because it's not an independently published book, I assume. And I assume that plugin that I use probably only works on independently published books. Maybe, I don't know. But there's none of the sales data there. But you can see it's got 115 ratings. And what I like to do is look at the negative reviews. So there's none 1 star and there's none a 2 star. There's none a 3 star. So this isn't massively helpful. And in the first book we looked at, again, we'll just look at their bad reviews, see if we can learn something to improve our book, see if we can get some hints on how to make our book better, because that's one way to beat your competition. Beat them in keywords, beat them in looks of the book, but also adapt your book so it covers any weakness in theirs. But again, nothing helpful there. And you can see here, this one's got a BSR of 35,775. It's only got 15 reviews. and they're all 5-star. So it's a book that's selling, but it's got low reviews. That's something you can compete with. And this one's made an estimated 29 sales a month. And if you look at it, it looks exactly the same, or not exactly the same, very similar to the other one. In fact, it kind of is exactly the same, but I can't see inside. So now we've looked at the books and we've looked at the BSR and the sales potential and how easy they are to design. Let's see if we can niche it down a bit. So, PAT Testing Logbook. I never really know if you should have a space between log and book or just have it all as one word. I know both are valid, but does it affect the search terms and things like that? So that's one thing I'm going to look at, and you can jump along. So instantly, it drops 20 points off the niche score. The results are smaller. So can you get both of them in your title, subtitle, or keywords? So we'll go for the classic PAT Testing Logbook 4. And there's nothing coming up there, but we'll put in for business. Something nice and simple. So that comes up with a niche score of 65, no exact matches. PAT Testing Logbook for electricians. Also a low niche score, no exact matches, few results. So in this case, it probably looks like you can't niche it down. But there's no reason why you couldn't put things like electricians in your title, subtitle and keywords. So when it comes to keywords, PAT Testing Logbook will probably be your major keyword, long tail keyword, so you'd have that in your title. And you'd a logbook for electricians. It's thrown up some electrician's fart logbook. It's thrown up some other electrical books that you might be able to get in there. Poor niche score, but there are exact matches, and there are 187 total results. So you can build your keywords around the profession that you're going to be aiming for. So that's it for today's video. Another example of the power of logbooks. They're quick to design, really simple. You don't need any design skills at all. Overly simple, to be honest. But they are adaptable. You can make them for any niche you want, any business you want, any business you can think of that needs to record data in any way could use a logbook. And, as we've seen, it's not oversaturated. There's still plenty of space for you to come in with your book, with your keywords, with your sweet cover, and hoover up a lot of sales. So that's it for today's video. As I said at the beginning, please do like, comment and subscribe if you found this video useful. And even if you didn't, help a brother out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.